Hey folks, welcome back to Lead Biblically. Either the website, leadbiblically.com, maybe the YouTube channel, Lead Biblically, or one of the social platforms. I'm so glad you're here. Today is exciting because this is the official launch of the Lead Biblically tools. These are workflows, worksheets, different project files that I've used in over 20 years of ministry and that I have designed in such a way that you can download them as PDFs. You can use them maybe on an iPad or a tablet, or you can print them out and just use pen and paper. You can give them to board members, maybe your missions organizations, any sort of nonprofit. And these files, these workflows and worksheets, they will be useful for you in a wide variety of different projects and processes. So without further ado, I am going to move to the screen record and we're going to walk through these different workflows and projects. And hopefully they're what you've been looking for and they're the tools that you need. All right, folks, here we are at leadbiblically.com. This is my site and lots of different stuff there. You can get a free ebook for subscribing, and I'll scroll down and show you that. The free resource is this ebook right here, Stop Going to Church, Start Being the Church. You can read a little description there, but that is not why we're here today. We're here to check out the Lead Biblically tools. And so you're just going to want to click right here on Tools, and it is going to bring you to the Tools store. And here we have, we got some ebooks down there, but these are the tools I want to show you. I'm going to walk you through 6 tools here that we have already uploaded. Again, these are tools that I have used, and we're going to get started with this one, finding your personal mission. Now, your organization, your church, your nonprofit may have a mission statement, but probably about 15 years ago now, maybe even 20, I saw a huge value in discovering my personal mission statement, and it helped navigate some big decisions about where I wanted to be in ministry, where I wanted to be in my personal life, family life. But I wanted to design a process that someone could walk through using the journey that I went on and then trying to formulate it into a tool. There are some other tools we're going to get to for boards and groups, different stuff like that, but this is a solo tool. And you'll see here how to use the guide before you begin, and then it's going to get through some different questions. There's multiple pages, all founded in scriptural insight, a lot to do with spiritual gifts, and you're going to have your personal mission statement after you flow through the whole workflow. Not all the pages are shown here, but you will get all of them. And then you're going to turn that personal mission into action here. Okay, so that is it. Find your personal mission, a personal guide to discovering how God wants to use you. Let's go back out here and let's look at our next one. This is the Church Leadership Toolkit. This is a big file. So as you can see here, 7 guides, 27 pages. Each one is a separate tool. So this is a toolkit for your boards, committees, ministry teams, nonprofits, and they're discussion guides for you to have with your team. Now let's walk through each of these guides that are in this bundle. We have the leading yourself and your character. That's to make sure that each of the leaders on your board or committee are healthy. And then we have leading your team and volunteers. Okay, that's how leaders lead a healthy team, not just being healthy leaders, but leading a healthy team. We're going to talk about, in this one, this is all about communication style, how to communicate, what to communicate when you're in a nonprofit church or ministry missions context. This discussion guide is all about Sunday mornings. And there's lots of different things that go into a Sunday morning, but predominantly when people go to a church or if they choose to go to a church, they're going to go on Sunday morning. It's not like it's the only ministry we have or the only thing we do, but it is primary to Christianity and to church life. Then we're going to talk about leading high attendance services as you start getting more people. How do you deal with getting more people? How do you work through the process of next steps? Leading generosity and finance is a huge part of all nonprofit discussion, church, camp, missions, you name it. Generosity and finances is a crucial discussion. And leading structure and governance. And that is the backbone of everything. If you don't have a good structure, a governance process, it's going to fall apart. Okay, so that is the Church Leadership Toolkit, 7 discussion guides for your board, committee, and or ministry team. Now we're going to click on this one, a year of faithfulness. And this is a spiritual disciplines toolkit. This is another one of those personal ones. It could be adjusted for a group or a team, but this is to have a year or a season focused on spiritual disciplines and spiritual growth. This includes 3 pieces. First of all, there's going to be your primary spiritual disciplines checklist, and you're going to walk through. This is like a deep dive Bible study we see clearly evidenced. But then there's also a spiritual disciplines field guide. And then this is a really cool tool right here. This is a guide for you to read the New Testament in a year while you're doing the spiritual disciplines work. And that's why we call it a year of faithfulness. Jumping back, let's get into some budgeting stuff. So let's look at this one, the Ministry Budget Builder. This is for a pastor or a church leader who has a budget. Now we're going to get to the full church budget in a minute here, but this is specifically when you have a ministry, either the lead pastor's ministry budget, the associate pastor, or maybe even just the youth director's budget. How to build that budget to submit to the board to be added to the bigger church budget. And then here's just a screenshot of this Excel doc that has different categories in it. You have your education, training resources, books and materials. You have benevolence. Again, this is very focused on a pastoral ministry budget, but it can be adjusted. Now, all of this will total for you. It's all in there ready to go. Okay, that's the Ministry Budget Builder. But now we're going to go to the big one. This is the Annual Church Budget Builder. This is a worksheet for church boards. Let's just walk through this again. The first sheet here has all the explanation. When we look in here, we have some salaries and what percentage in the benefits and payroll, all that stuff. We have your income, tithes and offerings there, other income, have some other expenses. And again, I'm not showing you the entire worksheet. As you can see here, this is a screenshot, and this little toggle here would slide all the way down here. So there's lots you're not seeing. It gives you an idea of what the tool would be used for. Okay, now moving on to this one, and this one may cause some question marks, the Complementarian Spectrum Overview. Now, I've received so many comments since I did a few blog articles on complementarianism, and I did some deep dive research this past year on where is the line of complementarian and egalitarian, and this is just a starting document, and this is a teaser actually, based on the writing and research I did, but these are the different positions of complementarianism here, and I can give you this workflow. I'm actually in the process of designing a complementarian spectrum workflow. And it's a way bigger document that your board would be able to work through where your church sits. It would walk through the different passages, how you interpret those passages, what your convictions are, and then you would decide where you are on this spectrum. So those are the first 6 tools that I have. Feel free to grab one, grab a couple, and then give me some feedback. How did you use them? How did they work? Maybe you need some changes or adjustments. Give me that feedback too. I'm not against any of that. We can maybe create something new that would fit your ministry context. I'm Pastor Jeremy, and we'll see you next time on the Lead Biblically YouTube channel or leadbiblically.com. See you then.